welcome back to my channel. This is Janice, and I am the beauty business boss. And here on my channel, I want to help other beauty industry professionals to operate and own their own businesses. So owning a business is a lot of work and it's a lot of hard work, but I want to kind of give you guys the tools and information that you need to understand how to run your business and to make it successful and profitable and all of that stuff. So on today's episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the mistakes that I made when I first started and opened my business. So I am a licensed esthetician, and I've owned my spa for a little over 3 years now. And I opened my business right out of school. So when I graduated from Douglas J. Aveda, I opened my spa like a couple months after that, because I knew that I didn't want to work for someone. So I already had a full-time job, and I've just always had that mentality, like, I'm tired of working for someone else and, you know, following someone else's rules and all that stuff. So I knew when I got into my spa business, which is something that I really wanted to do, I didn't want to have to follow someone else. Like, that's just how I am. You know, might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. It is what it is. But that's just kind of the mentality that I had. So I did a lot of planning, like literally even a little bit even before I started school. I was kind of planning. I had always planned to open up my own business, but my thought was to go work in a spa first, you know, and get a little bit of experience. But while I was in school, I had started writing my business plan because I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and I knew at some point, like, my goal was to open a business. So maybe like halfway through school, I realized when I started looking for jobs, I was like, there was really no jobs in our area. Like, that esthetician program was the first one that had came to my city. And the spas that were in the area, either they were, you know, not hiring, you know, they already had their staff, or, you know, they were looking for someone with experience, which doesn't help someone out of school. So I was like, you know what? Why not just, you know, go off and open my own business? And I know that there's a lot of other salon and spa owners who have done the same thing and be successful. So I would encourage anyone to open up their own business, but opening a business is not something that you just run out and just do like on the fly. It's something that takes a lot of planning, a lot of thought, a lot of money, all of this other stuff. So I want to help you guys with that, but I also want to help you understand or like know the mistakes that I made, because you're going to make mistakes in business. Is something that you can't help. Like, you can't really get around it. But some of the, like, I have like 4 of the biggest mistakes that I think that I made that I want to kind of talk to you guys about. So hopefully you don't, you know, do the same thing that I did, or kind of make it easier on you when you do open your business. So actually 5. Just thought about another one. This is so random. I just want to throw another one in there. So the 5 things that, the 5 mistakes that I made when I opened my business. So if you're interested in that and want to know some things to avoid when getting your salon or spa off the ground, then keep on watching. So before I get into that, I wanted to say that no one is perfect. So don't think that as a business owner that you have to be perfect at everything. You have to do everything right the first time, that you have to have everything in order, all your ducks in a row and all that stuff, because it's not necessarily the case. Being a business owner, it's your chance to learn. So there's a lot of stuff you're going to learn. You're never going to stop like learning and kind of growing along the way. So if you try something and you fail at it, don't feel like that's the end of the world. It's not like you have to quit just because you have an idea that wasn't good, or you try something new and it didn't work out. Just the important thing is to learn from those mistakes and then learn how to move past it, learn how to do better, which is what I did with a lot of these things that I'm going to talk to you guys about. So the first one, and the one that I like always stress and tell people not to do, is do not start too big. So in other words, don't try to do too much in the beginning. And I've said this before, like even on my business pages and stuff like that, do not try to do too much in the beginning. This industry that we're in, it's so exciting. Like, there's always some kind of new product coming out, some new equipment, some new tools, new treatments. Like, everything, and it's constantly changing all the time. So it's so easy to get caught up in, oh, okay, I have to have all these products. or, you know, I have to have this new thing, or I have to run out and buy this expensive thing. That's all well and good if you have the money for it. But when you're starting off, like, this business is already expensive. Like, especially if you have a storefront location, like buying your rent, your equipment, like paying your rent and you buying your equipment and getting all the things that you initially need, like that's going to constantly add up. So don't do too much in the beginning. Like, I'm telling you, pick one or two services that you want to offer by the bare minimum. So if you're going to do skincare services, find a product line that's very, you know, minimal, price friendly. SkinScript is a good one. Like, SkinScript is started with, like, I still use SkinScript in my spots, like not my main skincare line, but I love SkinScript. I'll recommend it to anyone starting off. It's a really good starter skincare line, but there are lots of other skincare lines out there. So do your research and find one that that works for you, or one that you want to work with. But if you're going to go with a line like, say, SkinScript, stick with the bare minimum. Like, get retail sizes of products, get like the bare basics, because things are going to change. Like, you could start off saying, okay, I want to help everyone who has acne. I want to treat all these people, you know, with acne, help them get it cleared up. And, you know, you're buying all these acne products, all this other stuff to go with it. And as your business changes, or maybe you change and your, you know, your ideals or everything changes, then you might find that, you know, you might not want to work with people with acne. You know, you might want to work with people with anti-aging, or you might want to do something different. Like, maybe you get into it and decide you don't like facials. Like, you know, it does happen. Like, so start small, like with the bare minimum, and figure out like what it is that you love to do and what you're passionate about as you learn along the way. And then you can always add stuff. Like, and the reason why I say I made that mistake is because I wanted to do all these different things. Like, I wanted to do waxing. Like, when I was in school, I actually liked doing waxing. So I was in my spot, I was like, okay, that's some quick money, that's an easy way to make money. And, you know, I bought all this other stuff for waxing, and I ended up hating it. Like, after I just kept doing it, like, I didn't like it as much as I did. So I'm like, and I was mad because I had all of these products, like all this stuff built up, and it's just, I ended up hating it. So I'm like, I ended up selling all of it, but it was like a waste for me to even waste my time instead of focusing on what I really loved doing. So, like, really, like, seriously, start small. Don't spend too much money in the beginning. Do not get caught up in all these little fancy tools and gadgets and all this other stuff. Because your bank account is going to hate you for that. So really, like, that's my biggest takeaway, my biggest mistake is definitely do not do too much or spend too much money in the beginning. So the next mistake, so number 2 on my list, is that I didn't have a niche. So I just was all over the place. Like, I knew I wanted to do facials and skincare, but I really didn't have it narrowed down, like, to what, like, who exactly I wanted to serve. Like, I didn't learn about that until later in business. And the reason why that's important is because we can't be everything to everyone. Like, you have to have a target market, like a specific person in mind, and cater your, you know, your marketing and your services and everything to that person. So one, because you're doing what you love to do, like if you're really passionate about something and you want to help this client with this specific problem, you're going to be more passionate about it, and you're going to be able to put your all into doing what you need to do to help that person fix their problem. And then 2, you can target the right people, because you don't want just anyone coming into your business. You want to target the people who are going to fit, like, into your ideal client mold, like whoever it is, like whoever is your perfect person, the person that you want to help, the type of people that you want to come into your business. You want to attract those specific people. And if you're narrowing your target and you know, attracting those specific people, you'll get who you want, and you'll get the right type of clients into your business. So especially because this industry is so competitive, like there's people everywhere now doing facials, doing lashes, doing waxing or sugaring, doing makeup, doing extensions. Like, there's all these people doing all this, so you have to find a way to stand out. So not only with niching down with your services, but also niching down with your value. Like, what value are you going to offer those clients? Like, what makes you different from the person down the street who's doing the exact same thing? So really figure out who you want to target and why those people should come to you for those services. So that's called your value proposition. Like, what makes you different from the other people, and what value are you offering to your customer? Because at the end of the day, our business is customer focused. Like, we are about the customers. It's not about us, even though it's our business. It's about the customer, what they want, and how to best help them and to best solve their problem. So once you really, really narrow that down, you're going to find that you're going to be more fulfilled and you're going to be happy in your business. And then you're going to attract the type of people who are going to help, grow your business the way that you want to grow it. So the third thing that I wanted to say is that I did not have a marketing plan. So I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Like, marketing is not my strong point. Like, I hate marketing. I hate, having to create social media posts. I hate having to constantly, be on Facebook and Instagram and all this other stuff. Like, and it's not something that I'm good at. So I know that it's not something I'm good at. So I have a virtual assistant that helps me with it, but it's a task. So, but you have to put yourself out there. And I regret not doing enough marketing in advance and not being consistent with it, like before I first started. So what I should have done, and what I encourage people to do, is to, like, way before you plan on opening your doors or way before you plan on starting your business, is to market to people. So start that Facebook page, an Instagram page, or whatever you choose to market. So like, if you decide to market through another way, start ahead of time and really, really put your name out there. Like, post consistently, build up those followers, and work on turning those followers into clients, because followers and likes and all that stuff doesn't equal clients. So you want to make sure you're turning those and that engagement into actual clients. So do that well in advance. Like, if you need help with social media, get help with it. Find someone to help you, be consistent, create content and all this other stuff. But really do that as soon in advance, and actually have a plan for marketing. So not just social media, and include email marketing, Google ads, other things. Like, if you're planning, doing a YouTube channel, if you're doing podcasting, like whatever it is, like all of that is included in your marketing. Like, how are you going to get your name out there, your products and your services to your clients? Are you going to sell some of your products in other stores? Are you just going to sell online? Like, all of these are things that you want to think about ahead of time. So definitely don't skimp on that. Like, really take the time. And this will be included in your business plan too. So when you create your business plan, there is a section in there on marketing, and just try to be as specific as possible and really go into detail, because if you have a business and you open your doors and no one comes, then you really don't have a business. And don't make the mistake of thinking that as soon as you open your doors, people are going to just be pouring in just because you make a couple posts, because that's not the case. A lot of times you could go months without having clients, so you want to be prepared for that. So definitely make sure you have a plan and something in place so that you have those clients coming in. So that leads me to my fourth thing that I just kind of threw in there that I just thought about. This one comes from us actually going through a pandemic right now. So, with COVID-19 and everything being shut down, some states at this point are completely shut down from doing facials. Other states are just say that you can't do services that require mask removal. Either way, it's limiting our business. So I would never tell anyone to start a business, like a storefront business, without having an online presence. So I didn't do that. That's another thing that I didn't do when I first started, but I definitely encourage it now. Have products, have retail that you can sell online, because if you don't, it's going to be hard to make it. Like, even just from having a storefront, retail is like most of your business. Like, if you're doing facials, you need to be selling them retail to go along with it so they have the best results. If you do hair, you need to be selling hair care products, because there's like hair stores everywhere. I don't know a lot about hair, but this is just from my personal experience for you hairstylists. But there's hair stores like on every corner where I'm at. And all these stores selling hair care products. And it gets overwhelming. Like, I watch YouTube to try to figure out what to do with my hair. But at the end of the day, I don't know enough about hair. I'm just trying stuff, just to be trying it. Whereas if the person that I went and got my hair done with sold hair care products, or sold her own line or sold lines in her store, I would for sure buy it from her because it's right there and because I trust her judgment. So do the same thing. Like, don't sell yourself short. If you're considered an expert in your field, your clients want to go to you for everything. So have those products and everything there. And that's, that's more money in your pocket. So you could sell them in your storefront. You can sell them online. And online is a good way to reach more people. So put those products out there, market them on social media so you can reach people who are not just in your area. Because the days of us being strictly service-based is dead. I can tell you right now, we cannot just rely on services so much. And, there's some people who are still doing really good. I'm not going to speak for everyone when I say that, but just in general, especially if you're a new person, really have those products where you can sell online so you can make money, when you're not actually just doing services. So that'll help you out definitely a lot. All right, and so the fifth thing that I regret not having when I started was having a mentor or a coach. This one, I didn't get a mentor until I was a year into business, and after I got one, and I was like, okay, why didn't I have this person before? Because my coach really helped me to understand a lot of things I didn't know before and look at things from a different perspective. So once I was starting to kind of turn my business around, and I realized that I needed a coach and I was kind of on a good track, that coach really helped me bring it to another level. So the coach was not in the spa industry. He was just a business coach, but it was so helpful at helping me figure out what I needed to do and what things I needed to focus on to get to where I needed to be. So definitely get you a business coach or a mentor. You can find someone. I'm actually a business coach. I do have a coaching group on Facebook. I can link it in the description below. But I try to go live and talk about different topics in there at least once a week, and kind of help you guys build up your business, and you can ask those questions that you need help with. So definitely get you a coach or a mentor, someone that's going to really help you bring your business to the next level. And it's just something that it's going to change the way you think, because as entrepreneurs, we don't need to try to do everything ourselves. Just because we are solo business owners doesn't mean that we have to do everything on our own. So starting off, it might be a good idea, to save money, save costs, to do some things on your own. But as you grow, you're going to realize that you can't do everything on your own. So definitely reach out to someone, find someone who you like and you trust. If that just happens to be me, that's great. You can join my group, and we can talk about some things, or you can put some things in the comments. But definitely reach out to someone that's going to help you, bring your business to that next level. So that's it. So those are the 5 things that I wish I had done when I first started my business, and some things that I would recommend to you as new business owners to do also to get your business on the right track and make sure that you're starting off in a good way. So if you do have any questions or comments, leave them below. Check out my Facebook group in the description. I'll have all of that linked there. Make sure you subscribe, like my video, do all that stuff so you can see when I post new videos. I'm going to try to have new videos up once a week every Friday. But yes, make sure you hit that bell to get notifications, and make sure you're notified when I do post. If you do have any suggestions for any more content or anything like that, definitely put those below so I'll know what kind of things to put in there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.